Alison Metcalfe is here with me, SVP for Tourism Ireland. How are you, my friend? It's good to see you.
I'm fantastic, and I think we were so lucky for the golf day on Monday with the weather.
That's true. I hadn't thought about that. It's been raining ever since. I mean, it was a little cool, but it was fine when it was all said and done. The sun came out.
You dress for it. You have the gear, like when you golf in Ireland. Right?
Yeah. What's that saying? It's never a question of bad weather, just bad clothing choices. Did I get that
I
about
think you're
right?
Yeah,
somewhere
absolutely.
around there. So, Ireland continues to be the top destination in the world for people that want to play links golf, and rightfully so. In my humble opinion, Ireland has the best links golf courses any place in the globe. The reason being is the island is unprotected from the ravages of the Atlantic. It creates these soaring dunes and these plummeting valleys. It is as if God himself came down with a brushstroke and said, I'm going to let you play golf here, and thank goodness for it. What can you tell us about how Ireland is doing on a global scale in terms of the demand?
Oh, well, listen, I think the golfing situation in Ireland, we're in great shape. I mean, this year is obviously a big year for us, Matt. We're hosting the Open Championship back to Royal Portrush.
Yes.
So the eyes of the golfing world are going to be on Northern Ireland and indeed on the island of Ireland. And then we ramp up to 2027, and we've got obviously the Ryder Cup coming back. So demand for Irish golf is phenomenal. And I think, ever since we came out of COVID with more people playing golf as well, I think so we're trying to broaden the appeal of Irish golf. I mean, the buddies trips will always be there, but I think Ireland is becoming, I was seeing more interest from women, from couples golf, and so it's in really great shape. And I think, at the end of the day, we're still home to 1/3 of the world's links courses. We've got great places to stay, fantastic things to do off the course, whether it's food tours, sightseeing and culture. And as you know, and you've experienced on many occasions, it is the warmth of the welcome, that unique brand of hospitality that we like to extend to all our visitors. So we think we've got the best 19th hole.
There's no doubt about that. I want to focus on that for just a second when we're talking about everything outside the golf. The golf has its merits, and we'll circle back around to it. But when you talk about the culture, when you talk about the history, when you talk about the people, when you talk about the pubs and, as they say, the crack, the Irish word for fun, all of that is so important that, honestly, I've had multiple trips. As you guys know, I get back to Ireland 5-6 times a year. I've had multiple trips where I've come over, and I know this is going to sound like blasphemy, where I'm not there to play golf. I'm there to play Ireland. I'm there to do everything else that there is on offer. And I've gone many times. I just went with Donna, my wife, last time. We went into, as you imagine, Killarney. And she brought me places. Alison, I'm excited to tell you, and shamed at the same time. She brought me to old monastery ruins. We saw old castles that we did tours of. We saw stage shows. We had delicious meals. We went and saw every band that we could see in Killarney, which, as I'm saying that, I'm smiling because she knows that means we made a lot of stops. But let's talk about the virtues of Ireland outside the golf in depth.
Yeah, and I think, when we look at why do Americans and why do travelers in general want to go to Ireland, it is that history, it's that heritage. They want to explore new places, that sense of exploration. They want to explore new cultures, and you can do that very easily in Ireland. I mean, through the people, through the music, through the language. And people nowadays, they want to get involved. They don't want to be passive travelers. So whether you go on a food tour, you do a cooking class, or you learn to bake brown bread, or you learn to play the baron or something like that. There's lots of those unique experiences. Yeah. So whether it's food, culture, other outdoor activities, sea kayaking, hiking, cycling, as well as golf, there's something for everybody. And I think when people are looking at where they're going to travel for golf and for other reasons, they want to feel that there's a lot of things to do, there's lots of options, and I think Ireland offers that. And as you know, if you do plan a golf trip, you typically we suggest people base themselves in one region rather than trying to sort of drive around the whole island. Yeah. And if you're traveling with partners, non-golfers, or with other family members, there's always something that can be organized very easily. So we're finding that golf and more approach to travel planning is becoming increasingly popular.
Awesome. And some of the things I was mentioning to you guys when we were there that we took advantage of along these lines was using the rail system, because it gives you a glimpse of the country that you probably have never had before if you're just on motorways and getting a glimpse from that. We took a guided tour. Again, I did a lot of stuff I haven't done before, I admitted to. We took a guided tour down the Ring of Kerry. Yep. We stopped in Waterville and had lunch, and I looked longingly over at the Waterville Links, which was all brilliant. Now, before we let you go, in the couple minutes that we have left here, I also want to talk to you about bringing down the barriers of call it fear of logistics, because you have all kinds of tour operators that can help you. You've got Tourism Ireland that can help you, Ireland.com with the information that they have available, but also the ease and access to Ireland is as good as it's ever been.
Absolutely. I mean, this year we have direct flights to 22 US gateways. New cities include Nashville, Indianapolis, and Detroit. And of course, we continue to have great access to Shannon, which the golfers love.
Yeah.
Gateway to the Wild Atlantic Way from New York, Boston, and Chicago. So in terms of logistics, I would encourage people to use a specialist golf tour operator. They can make your life easy. They can give you that turnkey experience. They can get you the tee times, and they will customize that for you and just take all of the pain out of and hassle out of organizing things. And so Island.com, easy to get to, and use a tour operator. And if you're planning to go this year, book now, because we're getting busy.
No doubt about that. Now, there's one more thing I want to brag about, because Northern Ireland, you mentioned it, but I want to touch on it again. Royal Portrush is once again hosting the Open. My surname Adams, we're from Northern Ireland, we're from Armagh. And it is so cool that we have the Open back in Northern Ireland. I thought the way that the island embraced it the last time we were there, sold it out, to have Shane win the Open on that island was incredible. How excited are you guys to have the eyes of the world focus back?
Oh, we're super excited. I mean, it's incredible, and we'll be looking to build on that legacy. The fact that it's come back just 6 years later, I think, is testament to the success. And as you said, it was a sellout, but I think everybody on the island of Ireland, they want to put on a good show, they want to support it, and they want the rest of the world to see that. So it's really exciting for us. I think it's certainly going to put Ireland and Northern Ireland and that northwest corner again really on the map. Yeah, we're really excited, and we're looking forward to another great tournament. And fingers crossed, when whoever comes down that final fairway on the 18th this time around, it's not lashing rain.
Oh, if it is, it is. I'm not worried about that. I'll have my waterproofs on doing the radio out there. Looking forward to it. So proud of you guys. So glad that it continues to flourish, and rightfully should it. I'm so happy that the world realizes in earnest how special Ireland is. It is truly a magical place. What I always like to say to people is, don't get stressed about it. Let Ireland come to you, because it will.